जी जय गुरुदेव जी.
Well, please wait for 1 minute. Let
हाँ.
us start recording of Gurudev's video.
Okay, so let me know when I have to start. Okay, thank you. Jai Gurudev ji.
What is yoga in the true sense? Yoga is not only about physical postures or the asana. Yoga is the union of the soul with the divine. Patanjali Yoga Sutra, a treatise on the Indian yoga philosophy, is a collection of 195 aphorisms. In the second aphorism of the chapter Vibhutipad, Sage Patanjali says, cessation of the tendencies of the mind is yoga. In Samadhipada, the first chapter of Patanjali Yoga Sutra, the sage has explained from aphorisms 24 to 29 that yoga, or union with the divine, can be attained only by chanting the divine name. What is in the universe is within, and what is within is in the universe. The divine power whom we seek outside actually resides within us. Gurudev Sri Ramlalji Siyag introduces you to the one within you through Siddha Yoga. Meditation on Gurudev Siyag's photograph induces automatic yogic movements. Why is a lifeless photograph of Gurudev Siyag able to bring about such a phenomenon? Gurudev attained the Gayatri Siddhi in 1969 and the Krishna Siddhi in 1984. As a result of attaining these two siddhis, yogic movements occur automatically when meditating on his image. There are two things that a seeker needs to practice. Chanting of the Sanjeevani mantra. Meditate on Gurudev Siyag's photo. This is the same Sanjeevani mantra about which many years ago Maharshi Aurobindo said that it is a secret and mystic mantra and not yet revealed. On which part of the body should one meditate? Our sages have divided the human body into two parts. The first part consists of 9 openings. They are the eyes, ears, nose, mouth, etc. These 9 doors open towards the world. The second part consists of the 10th door. It is the Agya Chakra, the third eye. This eye opens within. One should meditate on the third eye spot. By chanting the Sanjeevani mantra, the Kundalini, or the divine feminine energy, gets awakened. The awakened Kundalini takes control of the body, life force, mind, and intellect of the practitioner and induces yogic movements during meditation. Yogic movements can be in the form of asana, mudra, bandh, pranayam, and many more. These automatic yogic movements free the seeker from all kinds of diseases. By this spiritual practice, a seeker is freed from addictions too. You don't have to quit alcohol, cigarette, or drugs. Instead, these things will leave you on their own due to the end of demands from within by the change of tendencies. By chanting the Sanjeevani mantra, a seeker experiences intoxicating joy and bliss. A seeker acquires intuitive knowledge and can see and hear unlimited past and future during the meditative state. Gurudev Siyag's Siddha Yoga takes the seeker to the pinnacle of spiritual evolution leading to liberation. The objective of Gurudev Siyag's Siddha Yoga is the divine transformation of mankind. For Shaktipat initiation, listen to the Sanjeevani mantra in the divine voice of Gurudev Siyag.
अब वो मैं आपको दीक्षा दूंगा तो आपकी कुंडलिनी जागृत हो जाएगी, वो आपका शरीर, प्राण, मन और बुद्धि अपने कंट्रोल में कर लेंगे और ऑटोमेटिकली योग होगा। आप चाहोगे तो नहीं होगा। जिस अंग में कुछ गड़बड़ है उसको टोन अप करेगी कुंडलिनी, स्टिमुलेट करेगी, और जब तक वो ठीक नहीं हो जाए योग होता रहेगा। निर्गुण निराकार और सगुण साकार दोनों शक्तियों का मुझे साक्षात्कार हो गया, सिद्धि प्राप्त हो गई। इस प्रकार दोनों सिद्धियां होने के कारण से मेरी तस्वीर से योग होना शुरू हो गया। ये अचंबा आज तक नहीं हुआ। तो इस प्रकार आपको केवल नाम जपना है और ध्यान करना है, और मुझे यहां देखना है। मंत्र एक ही गुरु का चलेगा और ध्यान मेरा करना पड़ेगा। उसके बाद में आपकी छुट्टी। अगर मुझ में कुछ गुंजाइश है तो काम अभी शुरू हो जाएगा। मैं आपको आपसे खुद से इंट्रोडक्शन करूंगा। आप क्या हो? आप शरीर नहीं हो, ये आत्मा है। आत्मा अजर अमर है। तो मंत्र है क्लिंग कृष्ण क्लिंग, क्लिंग कृष्ण क्लिंग। तो इसको जपना है राउंड द क्लॉक। तो किसी बीमारी से ग्रसित हो, इससे ठीक हो जाओगे आप। अच्छा, अब ध्यान करो भाई 15 मिनट। यहां मुझे देखो और नाम जब चालू रखो। कोई प्रकार की योगिक क्रिया हो तो घबराएगा नहीं। 15 मिनट ध्यान करो, 15 मिनट में अपना बंद हो जाएगी। मन ही मन जपो और जीव नहीं रहना चाहिए। क्लिंग कृष्ण क्लिंग, क्लिंग कृष्ण क्लिंग, क्लिंग कृष्ण क्लिंग, क्लिंग कृष्ण क्लिंग, क्लिंग कृष्ण क्लिंग।
Method of meditation. Sit comfortably facing any direction and look at Gurudev Siyag's picture for a while. Then close your eyes and pray to Gurudev to help you meditate for 15 minutes. Now, while focusing on Gurudev Siyag's image at the third eye spot, mentally chant the Sanjeevani mantra without moving the lips or tongue. If you experience any kind of yogic movements during meditation, let them happen. They cleanse the body from all kinds of afflictions and clear the pathway for spiritual progress. Try this and experience a whole new world.
Jai Gurudev to everyone. Firstly, I would like to pay my heartful gratitude to our beloved spiritual master His grace is running through us, and because of his inspiration and because of his mission to spread Gurudev Siyag Siddha Yoga in the entire world, we are conducting these sessions, and we are conducting this session every Sunday. Uh, Discuss about Gurudev Siyag Siddha Yoga, how it can bring the transformation in human being, and all side by side, uh, we share our experience also, how we get connected to this Guru Siyag Siddhi Yoga, and what are the benefits or what are the changes that came in our life by following Gurudev Siyag Siddhi Yoga. It was already shown in the video, the key process, the key method, and how to practice this Guru Siyag Siddhi Yoga. It's a very simple thing. And there is only two things. One is the chanting of the divine mantra, divine word, which we have to chant continuously throughout the day and night. And secondly, 2 times a day meditation. And by doing this, our changes are happening in our life. We are progressing in our spiritual journey. And in the session, we discuss every Sunday, we discuss some topics. Today, we will discuss about Kundalini power. uh, the key and the awakening of Kundalini power is the key to the divine transformation of human being, which Gurudev Siyag is always saying about this. So, firstly, I would request Manjuji is there, Manju Guruvan is there. I'd request her to say something about her experience uh, by practicing Gurudev Siyag Siddhi Yoga, and also about the topic, the Kundalini awakening, the key for the divine transformation of human being. Jai Gurudev Guruban, Manju Guruban.
Jai Gurudev Ji. Thank you so
Jai.
much for
Jai
giving
Gurudev.
me this opportunity to share about this path, the process which we follow. Although my words are not enough to go ahead and talk about it, but still, whatever, uh, you know, in few words, whatever I can go about, I'll share it. And this is primarily dependent upon my experiences, which I have gone through. So, according to me, what I have understood is that, and I have listened to it many times, but believe me, Guru Bhai, it's just that the more I experience, the more I understand it is. I have, when I just got joined to this yoga
If you are
group.
comfortable, you can 1 minute, Guruban. If you are comfortable, you can on your camera also. Huh? Otherwise,
Okay,
you can continue. Okay, Guruban.
no, I can, I will do it. Yeah, yes,
Yes, Guruban.
yeah,
Jai.
yeah. Jai Gurudev Ji. Yeah, so what I was saying is that just sharing a bit about my personal how I got into Guru Siyak Yoga was although I've been very much inclined towards this spiritual path and right from my early years. And I've been like, as all of us, or most of us would have gone through some god, goddesses, and chanting of mantra, meditation. So I have done all that, and there was something more which I wanted, and definitely we all want that peace of mind. So every I'm in my I would say it's like everything is good, but for me I wanted something more. And the most important thing which I appreciated when I joined was the simplicity with which how it was introduced to me. And the connection just happened in that second. My Guru Behin, Guru Gorima, she introduced me to Guru Siagyo. It was like I was just ready to kind of take it with both of my hands. She said, and I was there. Because I used to pray a lot that I need a guru, I need some guidance, I'm not getting it. So there was someone who was yearning for it, and as soon as she told me, I was just into it, just happened instantaneously. And the most important thing which I appreciated was the simplicity of this entire process, that you just have to chant, you don't have to follow any rituals. You don't have, I mean, there were no do's and don'ts. There was no, it was absolutely free, you know. I feel you don't find these things, something which is so, I would say, which is so, uh, it has everything into it and you're getting free. Nobody can believe it, you know. I also didn't believe it, but just because she was telling me, I had to believe. Free of cost, there is nothing you have to go through, there are no books you have to read, there are no dhoop battis you have to put some, tilak or something, or you have to follow, usually like in my earlier interactions, it's like simplicity of, you have to just wear white, or you have to just wear very simple clothes, no makeups, leave life, you stop enjoying life. That was what was spirituality for me. But here it was like you have to absolutely enjoy each and every moment with whosoever is there, which whatever resources are there. So I mean, there was so much of drastic change, it was unbelievable for me. And what helped me to be on this path was this kind of community, the groups, the meditation, and the way each one of you there at that time, and absolutely now also, spend your time, energy, resources in helping the new people who are coming into, or whosoever is on this path. So that was the most beautiful thing. And none of you have your I would say, your objectives in mind, because you can't have any objectives, there's nothing which is coming to you as a person. So that was something which, that authenticity was something, which really made me go on this path. And the group meditations did not let me deter or go away anywhere, because I used to continuously be present on everyday basis or weekly basis. So even if I had some questions, they were answered. And definitely this path is only that you have to go on it. Things will happen on its own. The community would help you, so that questions are resolved, they are answered. And I could associate with other guru bhais or guru bahens who were on this path, and who were also going through the similar things. So that solace used to be with me, that okay, I'm also in the same boat, he or she is also in the same boat, I'm not the only one out. There were no judgments in the community, that I'm a new seeker, oh, I am not getting this. So I belonged to that place, and that was so important as a new sadhak, to be comfortable, to be accepted. There was support available. So all that really helped me to move on to this path. And the simplicity, I would again repeat, is I mean, that was the biggest point for me to be on this path. And definitely, as soon as I surrendered, I think there was whole new world which opened to me, and that was Gurudev's grace, that each and every moment became a new revelation. And I'm every day curious as to how this today is going to be a different day for me. So yes, I would like to, I mean, I have no words to thank Gurudev, and to each one of you who have been on this path, on this journey with uh, me. And yeah, and if I have to say something on for to the new sadhaks or the new people who are coming in, it is just that remain in the community, be there, and continue your jap or Sanjeevani mantra. There is nothing beyond that. I have heard this lakhs and lakhs of time, and still, if I have to know more, it is only one thing: mantra jap and dhyan. There is nothing beyond that. But still, every time you want to know that secret which helps you, and that is the secret. So, yes. And
Yeah,
when you two were talking about Kundalini, definitely mental chanting helps us, because this is an enlightened mantra. It helps to awaken that inner divine feminine power, which is known as Kundalini, and that's also an energy. And it is the in Indian philosophy, it is revered as the mother of universe, and it is situated at the base of our spinal cord, and it is in a dormant condition situation. And as soon as we get uh, to hear the mantra from our Gurudev, it gets awakened. And because our Gurudev is enlightened, and he is giving us that enlightened mantra, which is called Sanjeevani mantra. And as soon as we hear the mantra in Gurudev's voice, it triggers it, and it rises through our spine, and it meets here our third eye, which where we put the tilak. And we have to continue to chant mantra. And I feel from my personal experience, the more revered we are towards our Gurudev, the more we more we believe into our Gurudev and into the mantra. It helps not only being surrendered, also being, holding him into that grace all the time. I would say, as an observer, Sakshi Bhav, they call it. So that has helped me a lot. And the Kundalini passes through the various chakras, and that's how we experience yogic kriyas. Incidentally, I used to listen to people about yogic kriyas, and I didn't used to get any. And I used to feel, oh, I'm a disciple who Gurudev doesn't believe. I'm that student out of the class who's not an intelligent student, and I have to do something more so that I get kriyas. But definitely, attending sessions helped me to understand that everybody's path is different, and everybody's experience would be different. I don't have to compare. So that really helped me. But this is amazing. I'm short of words and feelings to express how amazing being Gurudev's disciple is. And he is there with us every moment. Yeah. Jai Gurudev Ji.
Jai Gurudev. Jai Gurudev. Do you ever experience that Gurudev uh, uh, have fulfilled your wishes? Gurudev is actually listening to you, etc. Things.
Guru Bhai, I've been like a beggar, always been asking Gurudev, do this, do that, talking to him, and even if he's fulfilled some wish of mine, I would not look at this. I will only look at what has not been fulfilled. That were my initial days, and then I realized that I don't have to ask anything from him. He will fulfill all those things which are good for me, and what is not good will never be done, and I have to just have that faith in him. But yes, initially I used to keep on doing this and never say thanks. I mean, it is done, I want more. So that kind of thing I used to do initially. But now I just walk with faith, and it's like, if if I have to go somewhere, it is because he wants it. I have no wish to say no. I don't even intervene into what is happening into my life. Even if I do, I mean, I'm like, I just get a thing like this, that go. It's his wish. So I just tell him, Gurudev, okay, let's go. It's your wish. Now whatever will happen because you wanted it. So finally, I think over a period of time, your wishes are his command. So I would say yes, that's how it is. But yes, it took some time for this to happen. And now my daughter, when she says that, Mom, this is not happening, or it should have. So I used to always tell her that it will be for your benefit, and she has also started understanding. And now when I say what will happen, she says, Gurudev will take care. Why are you saying anything to me? Why are you asking me? So that's the beauty of it. Yes.
Yes, being an instrument in his hand. This is the important thing. When you go to higher stages, you feel like an instrument in his hand, and that is the ultimate surrender. and thought of mind should be like that. Hmm.
Absolutely.
And at that time, the bliss comes from within automatically.
Absolutely, Gurubhai. And I think those things which I used to feel earlier were also a part of this journey. And definitely, the more you have surrender and the more you have faith, and that also happens with time. And Guru, I think the best part is as soon as you get into this yoga and you start the day you start surrendering or the day you surrender is the time the miracles start to happen. We think miracle is like the whole thing will change, but there are those small baby steps which will help us to, kind of like a small baby. He's like, always shaking to put his foot and to stand tall. So I think that's how it happens with us also. So it just we need to surrender, and I have complete faith, and the rest will happen on its own. That's the beauty of this entire, I think, journey.
Yes. And here in this practice, the key is the chanting of the mantra and also the surrender to Gurudev. In many cases, we feel that we find some problems in chanting the divine mantra. We are not regular in that. We do meditation regularly, but we feel we fall short of chanting the mantra. In that cases, what should be the remedy for the general people, general seekers?
So Guru Bhai, for with me also it happened. Like I used to first sit down for dhyan when I used to do my meditation, and I used to actually think that as soon as I sit into meditation, I'll get connected and I will be in that trance state. And obviously, but that doesn't happen. But the only I feel, and that's one of my Guru Bahin told me that my duty is to sit in the class. The rest the teacher will do. And the day I understood, I used to just go and sit in the class and do my mental chanting. If it's not happening, it's because of you. You are the one. I used to tell Gurudev. If it's happening, it's because of you. So I just gave everything to him. And my duty is to sit in the class and do what he said. Look at Gurudev here, and get connected to him, and tell him that, oh Gurudev, for 15 minutes I should be into meditation, do that prayer, ask him for whatever I want, all those things I used to do, and just sit down for 15 minutes. And my uh, meditation used to end by 15 minutes, and that was my duty. I started like that. And for mental chanting, as you asked, I used to do mental chanting, and after some time I used to feel I'm not chanting, right? I used to say, Gurudev, where are you? Why did you go away? So what was I was doing is I continued my connection with him. Even if I'm remembering him, like, where are you? Like, I used to go for shopping or I used to go for watching a movie. That moments I used to find my mantra chanting is less. And I used to say, why did you go away? You have to shop along with me. You have to sit and watch movie. Where are you? Those small, small things. So definitely with time it became more. But I never got into guilt. I never got into blaming myself or whatever. I used to just have him around with me, and slowly it's a process. It will not happen in a day, but we have to be aware. So awareness helps us. So we just need to be aware that we have to chant. And few things which helped me was placing Gurudev's picture and talking to him every day. So he became a part of my life. So obviously as a friend or as a a brother, as a sister, whatever you want him to be, with whomsoever you can relate. So I take him as my friend who is with me doing all my work, so that helps, or whatever, however you want to keep him. So it's not gender specific. It's like he's someone who is an energy, who's around me, who's protecting me. And I walk like, somebody who is this world, and there's someone who's taking care of me. That's it. That's how I do things.
Yes. Continuous mental association, continuous remembering him in our daily life. That is also important, along with whether it is chanting of mantra is happening with us or not. Huh? It is not to bother about that. We must be continuously associated with Gurudev and feeling his presence in his life, in daily activities. and we need to talk to him. This is also an important thing in this spiritual progress.
Absolutely. That's what, and that's how the relationship happened, that's how he became a part of me. If I would have kind of be afraid or if I would have got into that guilt thing, I think any kind of relationship will not grow. But keeping him with me in every moment and, being on that path really helped me to get into. And now the chanting is much better, and that's how it happened. That was for me. I don't know what works for others, but that's what has helped me. Yeah.
Yes, yes. And please say something about your spiritual inner journey about chakra, whether you experience some visions, or whether, as Gurudev says, that you'll be able to see future also, etc. Any spiritual thing
Yeah,
we
definitely.
we listen.
So, Guru Bhai, initially when I got, I would say, initiated into Guru Siyag, Gurudev came into my dream, in his white clothes, and there was a hut, and outside he was there, and absolutely white, white, absolutely white light, and his clothes were gleaming with white light, and that was the only time when I saw him. And after that, there have been no yogic kriya. There has been nothing. I mean, I find light here, and I can listen to nad and the bells. All those things happen, but there's been nothing beyond that. And I know why it is, because as I was growing up, I used to see this religious, those movies which used to, or those serials which used to come. And I used to feel that, I'm also like them. So I know Gurudev knows what is best for me, and I should not get those kind of ideas. I may get, I mean, that's what I feel. I may get, you know, I might start thinking elsewise. So I feel that's whatever is good for me is happening. Otherwise, beyond that, I have got no experiences, but I feel a lot of peace. My breathing changes, and I sleep very deep, and I'm into some ecstasy, like I'm always happy and contented. Those are some beautiful things which I experience, and yeah, so that is much much better for me. Beyond that, I have no other experiences of on what chakra and all that stuff. I have no idea about
Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Actually, my total my inner journey is totally here dependent on the Gurudev and the Kundalini power. Whatever we simply need to observe this, and we simply need to surrender to him. That is the only thing here. And Gurudev always says that it is I who will help you meditate. Because of my picture, you will get meditation, or your inner journey will progress. So
it.
the key is there, Gurudev. We have to perform simple duties which is given by the Gurudev, and whatever is thing happening, we need to observe these things. Yes.
True, absolutely true. That's the
Yes.
beauty of this meditation and this yoga, that it is so simple and just wonderful. I think it's just one can only experience it by coming into it, nothing beyond that. Yeah.
Okay, Guruvan. Thank you very much for the joining this session,
Thank
and
you so
your experiences will help the entire. Actually, we want to reach up to the English audience and the Christian world also, because Gurudev is also the comforter. That's why we are recording these sessions for the benefit of the English audience. And it is the Gurudev's missions for spreading this to the entire world, and it will come true one day.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
okay, Guruvan.
Jai Gurudev
Jai,
Ji.
Jai Guru,
Jai.
Jai.